Alright, this was probably one of the worst starts for both of these teams, but it was even worse for the Knicks because they never got their offense going after those disastrous first 6 minutes, and a lot of it stemmed from the Thunder's defense. Once again, their game plan was to assign Zayon to Hart to free him up as a roamer and have him hedge Brunson's SNRs, but it was basically a carryover from the second half of the first matchup because it was more about their effort that made the real difference. Their doubles were always early, players were always in help position, and they were always quick with their rotations inside or outside, so all that disruption never allowed the Knicks to get a flow going. They even mixed in a zone at times to cause some confusion, and whenever the Knicks tried to force something, it just resulted in a turnover from all the traffic in the driving lanes, because there were always multiple bodies surrounding them. That was all Brunson and Towns saw the entire night, and without anything easy inside, there wasn't a rhythm established, so those shots weren't falling outside, but at least the two were getting to the line from the Thunder being too physical at times. That was one of their most consistent sources of offense, and the other were their O-boards for tips, but those weren't going to compensate for the contrast on the other end, because once the Thunder got going, they never lost their rhythm. All those stops early just generated pace for Shai to either flow right into a quick drag to get to his spots against Towns' drop, or him getting downhill to flatten the defense to open up their three ball, and he was the main reason for them breaking the game open by the end of the first. They went from scoring 6 in the first half of the quarter to 25 straight in the second half of it, and even Isaiah Joe got a couple ghosts off during that stretch, so he got on a ridiculous heater for the rest of the night. He started getting backdoors from Zay because of the Knicks trying to deny him the rock, and even Zay's two-man game with Dub was unlocked because of Karl's drops, so between those four, they just got their entire offense rolling. Shai was having his way whenever he had Brunson on him, and whenever Brunson tried to hedge to avoid the matchup, it just opened up easy looks for the others, so it was a lose-lose no matter what he did. Everything just looked too comfortable for Shai to exploit, but he still should have had 40, and if anything, he probably would have had a smooth 50 if it wasn't an absolute blowout through 3. After what happened in OKC, I expected an even more competitive game in MSG, but it was the complete opposite, and there's no doubt Zay made the right decision this past offseason. Just watch the tape.
Still scoring with ease. He has 35 points.